Hello, and welcome to Gustavo's Soccer Corner. Today, we're going to investigate the elements, techniques, tricks, and features of a successful soccer defense. By now, Team Newsflash is about almost a year old, and it's going to have to start walking soon. And to prepare for that, we just need to engage in a philosophy called same pageism, and it's where we get on the same page. So today, this is normally our dishes tracker. I'll just have to remember Paul has left 7 dishes in the sink. It may just be a coincidence that we're going over strategy the week before the first time we ever play my brother's team, who we will be playing on Thursday. But so let's just go over a couple of things here. That's not centered. That's okay. All right, so that's the goal, and the goal that we're defending. And here is the box. There are just a couple of things that I'd like for everybody to absorb. One is maybe just in terms of importance. I want to put here 10, maybe 10, and that's a percentage. I can't write upside down. I would put that percentage in terms of if someone shoots from there, what is their general make percentage? If someone is shooting from here, that's a very tight angle where Jacob's body counts for a lot of defense, because they're either going to have to sneak it in here or they're going to have to sneak it past there. Most of the time there's going to be a person right in front of them. It's very hard to make that. It's much more likely that they're going to, either pass it back or pass it into the box. So, and if you're standing in front of them, most of the time they won't be able to pass it into the box. So the important thing to realize is just that it's a low make percentage. The higher make percentages are typically like here and here. Someone's standing here, let's just say it's more like 50% when people are in this area. Now, why do I bring this up? I think the main reason I bring this up is that when there is someone in the corner, a lot of times we'll have a defender on them, but then the next defender will be standing here with their eyes on the ball, expecting it to be shot. But most of the time that's not going to happen because they realize that it's a low make percentage. More often there will be someone, an offensive player here, and this person, once this person gets the ball, might make a move on that. But what I want to emphasize is that it's much more important for this person to be in this area than back by the goal box, because it's very unlikely that a shot is going to actually make it in there. So it's more about less looking at the ball and more looking at, is someone standing in the key areas where a shot is going to be much more effective. Defending these areas, much more important than defending the horizontal areas. That's just something about our awareness. It's about playing probabilistically so that you're not standing in a place where you're not serving the optimal function. Yeah. And a lot of times these people are, kind of trickling down the field, and they can get to this spot without a person being aware of it, just because a lot of times we are focused on the ball. But you got to let this person who's defending them do their own work, and then, you do your own work. Okay. The only other principle really to go over is just in terms of when they are matriculating the ball down the field. If you're a person who is guarding someone, kind of like running in lockstep with them, or maybe surging on the ball from here, and then it is passed off to someone on the sides, they are most of the time trying to get rid of you with the ball. They're kicking it and hoping that you follow the ball. And then what happens is this person who passed the ball off ends up somewhere in the high percentage zone while they passed it off to someone who's in a lower percentage zone. We need to just, if you are with someone and they pass off the ball, don't leave. Just hang with them. Stick with them, because 9 times out of 10, they're just going to keep running. And if you leave them, the person who gets the ball is going to notice that, and they're just going to kick it right back into the middle, where that person is then going to have maybe a free shot on goal if they can handle it correctly. This is obviously getting very helpful here, but I think the understanding is there, which is that don't follow the ball, follow the person. This is almost true in both of these cases, right? I understand that there's a lot of attraction to even double teaming people and everybody going to the ball, but philosophically, I think our defense works best when you are guarding everybody, when everybody is accounted for. The other team, more often than not, is going to make a mistake. And that you just, as long as everybody is marked up, as long as everybody is guarded, they're going to panic and usually do something silly, because they, once you don't have an option, that's when you try to make something happen. So this is something where if everybody is thinking this way, then it becomes easier to guard the right people if you recognize where the low percentage shots are, how people are trying to hand you off, whether or not other people are going to, like, if the ball is passed off over here and you're in the middle area, we need to assume that the defender in this area is going to step up and take on this person so that they don't try to take, a shot from over here is probably like a 30%. And writing that would be very helpful given all that's on this whiteboard. It's probably more like a 30% over here, but you need to assume that people in this area are going to step up. So these are just the general principles that I think are going to lead to a successful defense. Not a whole lot more to it than that. I hope that your week is going well. I hope that you enjoyed the soup party. I hope that you'll join Jacob one day at Skyline. Although, I said I was going to go with him on Sunday, and then he didn't want to go. So some part of me thinks that he just wants people to come, and then he wants the feeling like he's on an island. Once someone joins him, he abandons the crusade. Okay, well, this has been Gustavo's Soccer Corner. I hope that you enjoyed this video presentation, and we really need to beat my brother's team, because I don't know how many of you have younger brothers, but it is shameful and unbecoming to lose to them in any form whatsoever. We will be wearing blue because my brother's team happens to be the one team in the entire facility, it seems, that wears white on a weekly basis. So congratulations, blue people. In terms of formation, you guys had a lot of good thoughts in the chat. I would say that, in general, having sort of like, this is what Sagar said. You're having someone who's kind of staying up top, 2 people that trickle back more to the middle of the field more often, someone who's playing center back, who would be the person who's like, guarding the person who's coming down the field, and then also takes the ball up. And then these people are responsible for the back wings and making sure that the backside doesn't get open. I generally like that, and the more people stick to their areas, the more your teammates are going to know where you are and what to assume about who is guarding who. So great work, Sagar. And I believe in all of you to play all of these positions equally. I don't believe that, but I also don't necessarily want to just tell you where to play. All right. Like I said, this has been Gustavo's Soccer Corner. Hope that you guys have a great weekend.